Isanara Adonai Susane, Malaleago Nara, Unareago Nara, Amen. Amen, amen, I say to you. Truly I tell you, I am the Holy Spirit incarnate, the advocate. After dying for 3.5 days in the bedroom untouched, and after getting back to the world, I still stand know what I and my King had to speak about in heaven. But as His Supreme, I cannot tell you what we've spoken and what is my Father's most grief in you, humanity. Today, I went to get something from Alba Archer, and I helped my aunt who was with me on the cross, and the one who looked after me in this wilderness where I am. It's like today I have no water because they cut my water for paying partial, and I pay partial for because I'm not allowed to speak to work like I for you for like what you do, you like I was before, like basically like office thing or something like that. Just an example. And I have no sleep because of I was agitated since yesterday after seeing that pastor who tried to forsake his body for fast. You forsake your body when you try what what is the not the will of God. Because if it is His will for you to fast for how long, He won't and will let you do it in the way He will do it. Just as I did. 10 days, after the 10 days, 7 days, after the 7 days, 3 days. For it is how it's supposed to be done. 10 days and 7 days and 3 days. It's already 20. And then followed by daily bread. Daily bread 6 to 6, And as I was yesterday, after seeing that, my son ran off. The one he snatched into Papa's throne, and was looking for him and looking for him because my son is living in the middle of light. He is living in the middle of light in me, purple gamma. It's basically like inside of a box. He is floating in the middle of it. He's floating in the middle of it. And while he's on it, his father or papa, because he call him papa, they call me mama. Or whom you call Jesus, he call him papa. My son, Monsoon, call Jesus papa. And yesterday, I was so scared because of the looks of this pastor, his soul. We saw his soul, and then my son don't like it because even when before I was awakened, I just placed a mask on my face. He always cry running to his papa, to my king, to whom you call Jesus. Always run off, and then that's when he always whom you call Jesus always give me what you call a balakin, He always give me a balakin, and then like basically in your world when and it's also like me when one of my niece is being we are protecting. Basically, he's not doing that for my son, but he just want me to stop using all those things, like that mask, because I'm already that hydroquinone, And then after that day when I died in abroad, and that's when I see my son. It's when I see my son whom you call my son with whom you call Jesus. We have a son that was snatched into his throne, which is dignity, because I did not bore him in flesh, I bore him in my spirit, as the Lord incarnate. You know, the Avery, Avery, and when I died, many, I say 7 to 8 years ago, and come back to life, I had amnesia. And that's when also I had vertigo. That is the swap happens. That was, like daily you mention his name, and he himself almost, feel, and then when he was healed after I reversed, or I cursed him. After I cursed him, he reversed everything you did to me. That's when you humans become had the virus. Spiritually, the virus was called pandemia. Pandemia, and then you call it pandemic, and that becomes coronavirus. For the sickness in spirit to become flesh, we have the demons saw this, and as demons that can stand around gods, they can mock you. This is a war between spirits, humans. They can mock you, and into humanity, they can use that word of mine for you to curse me. For you to curse me. Like when the pandemic comes, the humans been cursing and cursing God. Didn't you notice that, humans? Why is God is allowing all this to happen? Why is God, like that? You blame us things without seeing yourselves in the mirror. What you've done to God. And this is what I've been telling you, that what you've done to God is over mentioned his name, Jesus, and that because if not him, because he's my terrestrial, humans, he's my terrestrial. If not him, my son would incarnate as my son on this earth. And he cannot allow it because he and I loves monsoon. He and I loves monsoon. He too was the spirit inside of Enoch, as he was in my name, and his as Enoch. So the day when I came down from heaven, that time when my head was banged on the wall, which behind Raphael was a nail, telling him, wake her up, or I'll come. Or I'll come. And that will be, all the generations will be dead. Humans, because of his anger to you daily, mentioning our names. Even if your Bible taught you that you have not seen any of us, that you have not seen any spirit, you have not seen any of the God's children's. Unless that, after waking up for 3.5 days in the bed, I woke up with amnesia, and that's when I had It took them a week before they took me to the hospital. And then I had everything done, MRI, scan, all that. I had the MRI twice and the ear from air test, but nothing they can found in me. That's when my awakening started. That's when my awakening started. When I could start, if my sister went somewhere, and then I will just say in my head, I will just keep crying. And then, like, when she left me without telling me that she wanted to learn how to be on her own. Like, basically, she wants to stand on her own ground, because all her life she's been always relying into me, as we have no parents, only my grandma and granddad who brought us up, which is they already like went somewhere, went to sleep, and she wants to learn for herself. And I was really, really crying of why she did not tell me where she's going, because I'm always worried. I'm overprotective for my sister, And I said, within a month, she will be back. And right that, within a month, she come back. I did not expect her to say sorry, but I could feel her heart as connection without her telling me, sis, sorry, or anything like that. That's when God started to test them. By I'm not eating for 10 days. I'm not sleeping for 10 days. I have no food for 10 days. And a drink, it's depending if my sister give me, if she's there, But usually I keep, I was kept away from them, because that is what started at my baptism. As my wave of life get connected through all the beings around the world and the journeys of life that are unseen. Because that is what your incarnations is. That is the symbol also of Orion. Orion as a woman, Andromeda. Andromeda, which is chained woman. Chaining from one to another, which is a meaning of the word of life. The word of life, like from E to Z, it's like a veins, veins, like a thunder, lightning. You see a thunder, lightning, there is a root. And I am like this. All the waver, WEEVER, get connected into one, God. And that's when I started awakening all the souls. And that's when too I started seeing what literally I reversed the curse, because when I was like 8 high school, when I am traveling on the boat, I see mermaids follow the boat wherever I go. They always, it's like this. I have a guard under the seas, and I have a guard in the top of the earth. I'm like this. But Gabriel, my, I call him Aya, or Adude. He took that ability of mine to see spirits, to see non-angels, like that, spirits of the seas, spirits of the forest. Spirits of the forest did not allow me to see them because they are scared of me, But the spirit of the seas, they love the God, and also they always overcome the treasures. They keep things, because mermaids is a poison of layers. Layers like that. Satans don't like mermaids. Satans don't like mermaids. Literally, the mermaids, spirit of Satans don't like mermaids, or spirits of under the worlds do not like mermaids. Why? Because they are salt. Fairy and salt always been an enemy, like venoms to each other, you know. But then, since I died that day, I get back everything. Like, I was from the future, I was from the past, and I was from the all that, which is chained to each and all the created things, you know. And that's when I also started speaking through by spirits. I could literally see the angels floating on my, like when I saw him floating, but it didn't start for long because he could not stand on the earth. He could not stand on the earth like this, you must. That's why he have to wake me up for me to balance them when they come, you know? And daily, since I was on the earth, as where I came from in the abroad, I was in the wilderness. And the wild, that already is been, I've been nurtured there already. So basically, when we were this afternoon, when I was in heaven, in the new kingdom, in the access, I have looked at this, and then Father said, Grace, it's all finished. You have been nurtured for many years already. We're just waiting for your awakening, Dort. We cannot let your brothers come to incarnate. We have to finish these things. And I said, Dad, all I want is you to all come back to prove with them, And when I woke up, because the child calls me Ate, I have food for you. It's like, when you say Ate, like ATE, like big sis, or aunt, they are my niece and nephew, but they call me sister. They call me sister, so it's always makes me laugh. And then when I woke up, I just feel like, because I still have work in heaven with the Father and Yahweh, Gadul, and then because of the love of the child to me, when he called my name Ate, that makes us all laugh in heaven, because they knew they are our nephews and niece, but they call me sister, They are all laughing, and then they said, here's your daily bread, and then I woke up, and then I started like, I cannot stand in this world, you guys. I cannot stand in this world. Ungodly. Wherever I looked, wherever I go, it's just ungodly, you must. Your self-righteousness makes me want to agree to perish all the abominable created. But I have loved you from before. It's just I can't trust they anymore. It is the crucifixion I am reversing for you. It is the crucifixion I am daily. For every time I'm awake, my heart is just full of thorns that I cannot stand on this ungodly world anymore. It's so painful for me to see. Wherever I looked, It is dead. Wherever I go, in the spirit or in flesh, humans judge us through the appearance of how they look, they speak. As I was standing in that mall where I went to get what Alba Archer have given me, and I thank you for that. Thank you so much. Adonai si ay Alba Archer brothers. I'm so really grateful. But whatever I try to do to I fight my feelings back in order for me not to feel anything with my flesh, because it is, I keep it in my spirit. I don't bring it into flesh because flesh is sinful. Sinful because what comes out from the mind, which I've seen in every human around me. As when I was walking with my veils on and my mask on and my Purim garments, which is all covered with my cardigan. All I could see is humans' minds. They keep staring into my eyes. I have to stare at someone else's eyes and wake up her chakras. I stare in her eyes to wake her chakras because I feel sorry for the child that she's carrying, almost deformed, defect. So I talk to her spirit as a spirit. Of course, that is not like this, talking through the mouth, vocal, no. Through by my spirit and its souls, the child wake up, and then after seeing the child woke up and was on the back of her mother, she said to me, "My Most High Goddess, I thank you for waking me up. My mother whom I loved is blessed because of you eyes." And then after that, I said to the child, "This is my connections to each and every one through the pure innocent souls of the minds, which is a reason why I'm keeping myself to be here even if I don't want to be here. Through the innocent souls. These are just literally my, right now is my hook into the humanity. Because I'm ready to float back up to where I come from. Heaven knows. Through that hook, which is the children's pure innocent spirits, why I am living. If none of them in the world, I am long gone from this earth. Humans? It's just so wicked world. So ungodly. And it's really, humans depict your souls and your spirits. Wherever you go, your judgment is flesh. Wherever you go, you judge others. Wherever you go, you don't give a shit anymore about anybody else. All you care about is yourselves. You think you knew each and every one and better than anyone. That is what I've seen today through my travel. Here and there and everywhere, in flesh and spirit. The world is just like the ungodliness.